So in today's episode, we're going to be taking on Colebrook Reservoir's northern end, right where the Farmington River enters Colebrook Reservoir. And that's a really great trout stream up there that quite often gets overlooked. People think about the lower Farmington River down in Connecticut, which is a, blue ribbon trout stream, as they say. But up in the top part where the river's running through Massachusetts, it's got some nice pools, and as long as the flow's up, it can present some really good water to fish. Now, it's flowing into Colebrook Reservoir, which is big and deep. Built in 1965-66, this reservoir was originally flood control, protecting downstream from the 55 flood, right? Built after the fact. But it's also used for hydropower today. So the level of Colebrook Reservoir will go up and down as the summer passes. Typically, it's full in the spring, and then it'll go down, and then it'll fill up again quickly in the fall when Otis Reservoir up the Farmington is drained. They drop about 12 feet of water, probably 2 billion gallons of water will come down and refill Colebrook. So we're going to check it out today. A little bit of trout action in the early summer on Colebrook River Lake. So we're on the Farmington where it enters Colebrook River Lake, which is one of the first spots I ever went fishing outside the cottage that I grew up on in the summer on Otis Reservoir. So we would always go fishing at Otis Reservoir, but my Uncle Tom brought me up here to Colebrook, as did my grandfather. So for me, this is a historic place. It's definitely beautiful, as you can see. Gorge. Rugged Berkshires rising on both sides as we go into Connecticut. Right on the border, fishing right on the border. Luckily, in Colebrook, you can have either license applies. There's several lakes along the border of Mass and Connecticut where both licenses work. Congamon, Massachusetts regulations apply. Colebrook, here, Connecticut regulations apply. Breakneck Pond is on the border too. I can't remember whose regulations apply there. Just beautiful. Going the dry fly. I haven't seen anybody come up top. Got a big stimulator on. There's quite a hatch going on. A lot of the little white mayflies are coming up. I probably ought to just go up there and start Euronymphing. Bad cast. The line hit the water like a shot out of a cannon. So you can see below me the still waters of Colebrook River Lake. As the summer goes on, this will get lower and lower. You can actually see a water line on the trees where it was maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet higher earlier in the spring. It's flood control, but it's also hydropower. Oh, I see somebody down there. Just saw somebody. Oh, there we go. Yes! Looks like a little brown. Hitting the big stem. No, it's a smallmouth. Definitely a smallmouth. There's a lot of smallmouths in Colebrook Reservoir, and this is going to be one of them. It's got to be. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Had me tricked for a second. No, it's a brown. On the stimulator. Look at this guy. Now, I don't know if Connecticut stocks them this small. I wonder if this brown is a natural brown. I don't know. Big stimulator. All beat up by that brown now. I'm going to have to change. Let me put on another stimulator, a little smaller. And it's got some of that yellow, whatever it is, neopropene, whatever. It makes it float. We got it coming down. I'm going to put it right over here. You can see it. It'll come right in front of us. There it is. High visibility. A little brown showed me they're hitting on the surface, which I'm kind of psyched to see. Didn't even see the hit. He hooked himself. Crazy guy. I was looking down the lake saying, oh, they're rising down there. And my own little guy came up and did his thing for me. But being foolish, I did not see the hit. Oh yeah, it's a good drift. I would think that we'd have some good fish up here at these rapids. I would think. And again, I thought that fish that just hit was a smallmouth, so much for thinking. I'm like, oh, he came right out of the water. Not like a flailing coming out of the water, but more of a streamlined coming out of the water. It's got to be a smallmouth. Nope. A little brown. That was a nice cast. Beautiful scarlet tanager up there. See him? Red and black. There he goes. Scarlet tanager. You don't see a lot of those guys. Beautiful bird. Now this is mid-thigh deep water. We're coming from a wild river and we're entering a reservoir. The reservoir is 8 miles long and is stocked with some very nice fish. It's very deep and fish do hold over in it. This should be very productive water. Throwing the nymphs, tournament style, straight upstream from me, and I'm working them down. Oh, I just hit a hole that's a lot deeper than thigh deep. As I get up here under the bridge, the flow increases. So I feel like here I've got a better chance. With the, because of course I haven't put on the, the little midge yet, which I really should. And notice there's sand blows. There we go. There we go. Doing what he was supposed to do. He was just sitting over there doing what he was supposed to do. That's what you want. You want them to do what they're supposed to do. Now I just got through saying, that's a brown. I just got through saying, or is it a rainbow? That I was going to change the attractor. He hit the bottom nip. He hit the stimulator. So that's good. That's kind of what I expect. But let's get him over here. And you know what? As I say, the water's cold. The water's cold. And this guy, no worse for wear. Got him in pretty quick. And I heard his mouth. Gave me a little bit of a sting, huh? Maybe he won't hit any worm dunkers. Worms now for a little while, right? Give him a little time, right? Make that little nose of his sting. He'd think twice about worms. So I was just Euronymphing that right along, and he did what he was supposed to do. He banged it like he was supposed to. We'll hope there's a few more of them in here. He stopped it dead. It was a nice hit. With time fast fading, I snuck down to another bridge on the Farmington. I'm just going to flip the Euro in tight here and run it along the edge. Get a little down there, a little closer in. There we go. Nice fish. It's a nice fish. I don't know what that is. He's going up current and he's going under the bank. I'm like the old man of the sea here. I got this fish on that is tormenting me. If you remember here, I got a nice brown trout that got off a few years ago. Well, not a few years ago. Oh, he got off over there. He went right up the stream and got off. Darn it. That was a big brown. I think that was him again. I think that was the same fish. Old man of the sea style. It was more fun to lose him because that was a big brown. I wish I had seen him better than I did. All right, come back and get him again. I know right where he is. And this little brookie, he's not really that little of a brookie, bashed the stimulator. Doesn't know what to do. Holy cow. Well, that was nice. A little bit of action here, like I expected. Not a lot landed, but to have a big one on like that, that makes the whole thing worthwhile. Like and subscribe. Don't be afraid to share. Fishing